What's up, guys? The May Patreon rewards are now available. Cyclonic Rift, Jace the Mind Sculptor, and Avacyn Angel of Hope are all available through the end of the month. If you'd like to support our channel and pick up these sweet proxies, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves or by clicking the link in the description below. What's up, guys? Welcome to part 2 with this Temur Reclamation list with a couple new upgrades from Ikoria. If you're interested in the full deck list, obviously it's down below, but would highly suggest you check out the first video just so you can kind of get a rundown of everything and why it's there and that kind of thing. It's a pretty straightforward deck, but we're having great luck with it so far. I'm super enjoying this list. Hope you guys are. And yeah, we keep this. A little bit odd on one here, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and throw this out. This way we can play either one of these two and Growth Spiral next turn. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this list. It's not amazing. Like it's fairly straightforward is what I will say. But that's not always a bad thing. I actually really enjoy it. So let's throw out Stomping Ground. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and Uro here. This just means that we'll be able to get it out hopefully very, very soon. Sorry, guys, if you do experience a few frame rate issues. Unfortunately, that's on my end. It's network issues. We've been having issues with it. A lot of issues with it lately. We can't just do this, right? Yeah, we can. I was going to say, this is like a bit of an annoying interaction between the interface where it's like, yeah, you can play this. No, you can't. I kind of want to just play Sharknado. Is that bad? We're going to go for cool points this game. If we don't get there, we don't get there. I'm okay with it either way. I just think this is a fun card to play with, so we're going to try it. Normally, I wouldn't go this heavy into Shark Typhoon. I would have just, like, passed the turn, leaving up Mystical Dispute, because, you know, this is, like, prime Embercleave turn. So we may have just thrown the game, but I just want to try it. Just want to see. Yep. There it is. Yep. Yep, yep. All right. Well, probably just gonna die then, because we can't do anything about this. So yeah, that was throwing the game. I just thought I'd try it. It's fun. We could have scryed on upkeep there, I suppose. Yeah, let's go ahead and pass. Or move to game 2. Unfortunately, yeah, so here's the deal, guys. Part of me is here to like test the decks, see how they're doing on the best of 1 ladder, and hopefully give you guys some like, you know, reasonably sound advice based on the games that we have. Part of me is also here just to enjoy the game and have fun. Shark Typhoon's a fun card. I love Shark Typhoon, so I'm going to try and play it if given the opportunity, and that was kind of a perfect opportunity. Granted, it did lose us the game, but that's okay. That's fine. Everything's fine. Weirdly, I think we keep. I don't love it, but I do think we keep. Only because we have a Essence Scatter, and looks like Mono Red's up again. We also have the Storm's Wrath. Next turn we can play out the Temple, if we'd like. Gruul aggro. Cool. I don't really know many Gruul aggro lists that run the Scorch Spitter, though, I'll be honest. Let's play out Temple just so we can turn 4 Storm's Wrath. We'll probably keep another Storm's Wrath. Not an ideal card by any means. Like, ideally, we'd like to hit a green source, maybe. But, you know, it's going to keep us in the game, which we need. Yep. Yep. I'm just gonna auto pass. I'm not gonna cycle Shark Typhoon right now. Okay. Throw this out there, and we'll go ahead and do this now. Get their 2/1/1s, which, you know, it is what it is. They could have an Embercleave here. They could have a lot. But looks like they're missing a land, which is pretty key. So my question is, do we just Storm's Wrath now? What did they draw? Rimrock Knight. I guess we do, right? It devalues the knight. Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a 3-for-1. Can't even play that. With nothing better to do, I'm going to go ahead and do this here. I mean, they're going to rebuild a little bit, but I think we just kind of have to. I was expecting a questing beast, so I'm glad that this is what's coming down. Okay. I mean, that's annoying. Ugh. Yep. Not in a great place right now. I just have a lot of lands, apparently. Let's cycle this for 2. We'll trade off, or at least attempt to trade off, I should say. They may have an Embercleave still. That's a great draw. Why would you play that now? You should have just played that, I guess. Well, no, I guess it doesn't matter, right? They win either way. Yeah, okay. All right, we lose. We're 2 games down. We were doing great in the first video, and then I was like, hey, let me try and play Sharknado. All right, let's jump into game 3. Let's try it. Hopefully we can still get a win out of this video. Regardless, I do think this deck is just fun. It's not vastly different than the initial like list that we had pre-Ikoria, but it's a good list. I think it's fun, and it works. Like, it... Given, what I will say is I think it has all of the tools it needs to do well. Despite having me as a player right now. But in general, I think that this list is perfectly fine to run in best of 1. It's not the best. It's not as powerful or as quick as a lot of other decks, but it can certainly go over the top pretty quick, which is great. Temur, huh? I'm guessing. Let's see what they do. Ah, Esper. That's different. Normally don't see a lot of Esper. Throw that out. Pass. It's going to be a very uninteresting game for the first few turns. My guess is this is a control list, so these Dragonfires probably not going to be all that useful. But we'll see. Might be. Probably not. That's a good draw. Let's try that. This does hit Planeswalkers, so I take that back. I mean, they usually run a pretty high number of Planeswalkers, like Kaya's and stuff like that. Just as a way to finish the game and deal with the graveyard. So, you know, this will come in handy. Hopefully. I should say. I'm gonna wait. Unfortunately, we need another red mana pretty badly, but that's okay. This is the most interesting game in the world. Sacrifices and enchantment, huh? Let's do this here then. My assumption is they've got plenty of removal. And this is only a 3/3, so it's not like they have to terribly worry about it yet. But perfect. Bounce. Bounce. Get rid of it. Dragonfire. Cool. I don't really know what they take, to be brutally honest. That makes the most sense, I think. I mean, these are going to be able to kill their planeswalkers most often, but like, that's the card that kind of wins the game. All right, but look. I'm going to do it. Why not? They probably have like double thought erasure. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Let's do this. I don't really know how we're gonna get out of this. I'll be honest. Dream Trawler's pretty much a game winner. If we just like get real lucky. One to the bottom, huh? We're gonna take it. We're not gonna block quite yet. Yep. We also have not been utilizing our Castle Vantresses very well. Not that I necessarily think we had the best timing to play it, but or to utilize it, but yeah, consideration. I think I'm gonna block here. Plan is to kind of counter anything that they do, or just at the end of the turn utilize this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Drop that out. If they have a counter for our counter, that's going to suck. But at least we have Shark Typhoon. That's the one we needed. Yep. They had it. That's okay. We still get the Shark Typhoon trigger. So we do have a way to block this effectively. These are unplayable, so it makes sense that they did that. Well, look at there. Another land. I'm gonna pass. I mean, I will block this in a heartbeat, but I'm gonna make them answer it. I'm sure they've drawn like a million cards. Like, they have to have an answer. But I'm gonna make them have the answer. Annoying, but fine. It does shut down Explosion if we get there, but we're not even really close to that. Sorry, by the way, I'm a little snotty. That's really gross, but that's just the way it goes. We'll scry at the end of the turn here. Yeah. We'll just do this now, in fact. No reason not to. Blah. I don't want either of you. Scorching Dragonfire would take care of Narset, but like, that's not our biggest problem right now. Problem. Slight problem. Yep. Yep. Oops. We're honestly just doing this, 1 for the Shark Typhoon, but 2 to get rid of Narset. I mean, it kills it. Yeah, I forgot. That kind of works in a weird way, but that's okay. Like, we just lose, I think. There's no way we can get out of this. Yep. Down to 3. They are at 40. This is just such an annoying card. It's just difficult to deal with. Why not? Oh, lovely. All right. Yep. That's 3 games down for this deck, unfortunately. Still think that this deck is fun, though, I will say. We had some pretty bad draws there. I also made some really bad plays, especially in that first game. But I do think that this deck has the tools it needs, at the very least, to do very well in best of 1. Not as consistent as a lot of other decks, which I think is part of the big issue with it. That makes it not quite tier 1 for me. In my view, it's, you know, tier 2, tier 3. But I do think you can actually grind out some games with it. The problem I have with it is that it takes a long time to grind games. If you're in best of 1, chances are you're either trying out a deck or you're trying to level up quickly. And you can do that with decks like Mono Red. You can do that with decks like Lura's Sacrifice. Like, a lot of these very quick decks are perfect for the best of 1 ladder because you just go for it. If you don't get there, you concede the game and move on to the next one. This one takes time. So you really do have to kind of invest a little bit more time into it versus something like a Mono Red deck where you can win or lose in 5 minutes easy. So regardless, I do like this deck. I think it's fun. It's great to see some new cards hitting the list. Shark Typhoon, obviously one of my favorites, so I absolutely love that. Essence Scatter is very good in the best of 1 ladder. I think in best of 3, probably would sideboard, maybe. I haven't played much in best of 3, so I don't know. I don't want to make that judgment call if I don't know for sure. But, you know, my assumption is you would tech in some of that stuff from your sideboard. Regardless, it's a fun one. I would highly suggest trying it out. Most of these cards are like cards you probably have anyway if you played previous standard environments, because Temur Reclamation was a really, really big deck for quite a while. So you could still play it, I think, and still make good on it, but just be careful. It's not the best thing in the meta right now, is what I will say, at least in best of 1. So that's my view on it. Feel free, of course, to leave your suggestions in the comment section below. If you've got a deck suggestion, leave it there as well. Make sure to check out the first video if you didn't already. Like I said, we had better luck in that one, and we go over the deck a little bit more. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you very soon in the next gameplay video.